Welcome, everyone, to Beyond the Ticker. With us today, we have Jim Sherman, who is the CFO, and Linda Montgomery, the Vice President of Corporate Development at ZenaTech. Ticker on the NASDAQ is ZENA. Beyond the Ticker starts right now.
The drone market increases literally, it doubles in 2-year period.
Linda, Jim, thank you both so much for joining me here today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
I want everyone to know, by the way, Jim, that I know it says James, but you gave me permission to call you Jim. So I just want to make that very clear before anyone gets upset with me. So thank you for that.
All my friends call me Jim. So there you go.
I love it. We are off to a great start. Now, for the folks that are not able to be familiar with what ZenaTech does, I want to quickly let them know that y'all specialize in AI drones and drone as a service, DaaS, which we'll talk about, enterprise SaaS, and also quantum computing solutions for mission critical applications across the business, government, and also defense sectors as well. It's always great to talk about drones. I fly one that may or may not be working anymore because I may have crashed it. So this is always a fun topic. Linda, let's kind of start with you. Everyone has heard about SaaS, but DaaS is kind of like a new term. So what exactly does that mean?
DaaS, drone as a service, is a model where automating inspection services, land survey services, power washing, and precision agriculture, a number of other services. We are packaging this, making it easy for customers to be able to use the speed and the precision and the data, advanced data insights of drones to do a lot of those functions. And they can buy it on a subscription basis or a per use basis. You don't have to invest in the hardware, software, maintenance, drone pilots, or worry about regulation. We take care of all of that in a turnkey solution.
I appreciate the insights there. Was there anything else you wanted to add to that, Jim?
We're a little bit unique in this way. Nobody else is offering drones as a service. This is somewhat unique to us as a drone manufacturer and service provider. And that's kind of one of the things that makes us unique. There is so much opportunity in the drone service market, and we'd like to get a large share of that.
Well, one way to do that is through acquisitions, right? And I think you had targeted about 25 acquisitions through 2026. How many are closed today? And what does kind of like the playbook look like to integrate them into what you're looking to accomplish?
So it does take a little bit of time to integrate a transaction, an acquisition. It takes some training. You're looking at 6 months to a year after the acquisition to train employees, to integrate their activities, and to market and increase drones type of activities in that acquisition. So far in 2025, we only have a few of them that we've had for a year, but it is going well. We are on target, and we're starting to see more growth.
Yeah, I totally get that part, especially when, you see so many companies looking to purchase and you have to streamline everything in terms of, like you said, the training aspect of it, the SOPs, and how everything kind of works in a compliant aspect as well. Linda, for you, there are, actually, let me stick with you here, Jim, for a moment. You have what we people call sometimes like the classic roll-up trap, where acquired revenue goes ahead and masks, like, say, weak revenue growth. So what's the organic growth across the DaaS network that y'all have?
So the organic growth is increasing. We're starting to track that. We don't want just regular organic growth, though. We want drone technology growth. And so we have several initiatives to grow the drone technology. The idea here is that we're not going to reduce costs of the acquisition companies and cut staff or anything. We're actually going to increase capacity. In drone as a service industry for land surveying, capacity is a big issue. And so if we can increase capacity, we can grow our drone revenue quite easily.
That's important for folks to understand as well, because sometimes you will kind of have, folks talk about EBITDA, adjusted EBITDA. It's like, what truly is the organic growth? So I appreciate you breaking that down. Linda, you have 3 platforms that are in the blue UAS cybersecurity phase. What's the realistic timeline to certification? And also, what does the revenue look like in terms of inclusion on procurement lists that actually get unlocked?
It's a multi-month process. And so we had our drones as part of this process for a few months already. And actually, since we originally applied for blue UAS, we were going to get the green first and then the blue. The whole process is streamlined and been made faster even since we originally applied. So blue UAS is what you want. It puts you on the procurement lists for the U.S. For U.S. defense agencies, and we are, we're getting through this process. This summer, we're going to be doing cybersecurity testing and penetration testing, which is we're getting through the latter part of the certification process to be able to be blue UAS certified. So currently, there's about 31 U.S. drone makers that have this certification. So we want to be part of that rather small group, really, that are so that we can be doing fulfill our goals to be selling our drones to various government agencies and defense agencies.
I was going to say, it doesn't sound like a competition, and that's something I do want to get to, is your competitive edge when it comes to the markets. But I want to stick with UAS for a moment again. The ZENA Drone 2000 interceptor targets about, say, a 20 billion counter UAS market, but doesn't begin flight testing until later this year in Q3 2026. So then how do you compete with established players in this space then that you were referring to?
We're in the early stages of what's going to be a very, very large market for counter UAS solutions. We've certainly seen the budgets from U.S. defense, from the U.S. government. We've certainly seen the news on that and how billions and even trillions the size of those budgets. So and that's just the U.S. So we feel that, of course, we're very focused on as a U.S. drone maker, this NDAA compliant, and which is very important to sell to U.S. defense agencies. That's very important. And in addition, we want to sell our solutions to NATO countries and also to U.S. U.S. strategic alliance countries as well. So we just announced our counter UAS solutions in the first quarter of this year, and we have interceptor drones, including a one-way expendable low-cost interceptor drone. We're planning to manufacture and have that available for less than $5,000 US. And so we've got, patents is all part of a integrated defense system, and we have like the IQ glider, which is a launch and refueling station that will also work in concert with our ZENA Drone 2000, which is our other interceptor drone, which will be gas-based. Is a bit of a larger interceptor drone. So we feel that there's a lot of opportunity, and we have a provisional patent on that. And of course, we'll be doing other patents as well. And we feel we have a good opportunity as to be a leading drone maker in a large market where we're really just at the beginning stages.
So you also have to remember that the drone market is growing 25 to 30%, 35%, and sometimes year after year. So the drone market increases, literally it doubles in 2-year period. And so we need to get in on the ground floor, and that's what we're doing. We have solutions, we're bringing them to the market, and we believe they're good solutions, and they're a little bit different than some of the other competitors. So
I appreciate the additional insight. Linda, did you say that price point was $5,000? Did I have that correct?
That's correct.
That seems pretty low to me compared to like the other, like I said, I'm a drone guy a little bit. So that does seem like a competitive price point.
Sure. One other thing I should probably mention as well, we're planning to manufacture and test our drones in Ukraine. So that'll be part of our strategy for these interceptor drones as well.
It's a one-time flight.
Yeah.
And so you want to destroy the enemy offensive weapon. And so it's a one-time flight. You want to do it at a cost that's reasonable. You want to hit drones with drones because drones are a lot cheaper than missiles. Right now, they're using missiles to shoot down drones, which is $1 million missile to shoot down a $50,000 drone. It doesn't make sense. So
I can only imagine, how I think there's like a meme out there where you kind of see the bullets that are flying and the missiles that are dropping, and you just see price points along with them as well. And it kind of makes you think at a mass scale how expensive that can be outside of the human aspect of what's happening as well. Jim, I'll come to you to talk about compliance. But before I do that, Linda, you have the facility in Mesa, Arizona. Is it operational at the capacity that you projected in Q1? And just kind of like what's the current production from that area?
So Mesa is one of the current 3 places where we're manufacturing. We're a U.S. Drone maker, and of course that facility is going to be for our domestic uses and for U.S. defense purposes. And we have the ability to assemble 20 drones per month there at the moment, and we're already looking at our next facility where we'll be able to increase our capacity by 3 times.
That'll definitely go ahead and ramp things up, and of course that goes to the revenue aspect of what we talked about earlier. Jim, I want to talk about compliance because, again, there are geopolitical risks that sometimes can come into play with the NDAA compliance that is central to your defense pitch. Mm-hmm. How do you reconcile component manufacturing in Taiwan with American-made requirements, and how exposed are you to the Taiwan geopolitical risk in itself?
So that's a 2-part question. Taiwan is NDAA compliant area. They are a friendly nation to the United States, and they've been a friendly nation for many, many decades since they initiated. So they're an area that has high technology, and these component parts that we're manufacturing there need to be high technology. We can't manufacture them anywhere. However, the technology that we gain there and develop can be reproduced in other areas. Now, as far as geopolitical risk there, it's been going on since before I was born. So it is relatively new to the new people, but it is not new to the old people.
And so that strategy and are there like backup plans of, hey, in case something happens, you're able to kind of pivot?
We can pivot once the technology is developed. We'll be able to pivot to a different location should we need to. So we will have multiple operation facilities at some point in the future to make sure the supply line is being adhered to.
Yeah, it's always great because everyone has a plan till they get punched in the mouth, right? Then you've got to kind of go plan B, plan C, plan D. Let's continue to kind of talk about drones here. You span drones, DAS, enterprise SaaS, quantum navigation, AI, and now also in the data center monitoring software as well. That's a lot of things that ZenaTech is looking to accomplish. Is there a risk of y'all being spread too thin? And how do you kind of prioritize R&D capital, seeing that you're the money man?
So, that's a good question. There are things we have to prioritize. We can't do everything at once. Certain items have been put aside because they're not right now needed for our core strategy to move forward. So, for instance, other items we have to spend time on them and money on them because they are core to our focus moving forward. For instance, AI. AI has a lot to do with drone technology and the data that's collected. We're using AI to convert the data that's collected from a drone to get it into a CAD system for a land survey company. So AI is a very important part. It also can help with stability of the drone. It helps with to determine which data is good before the data is even transmitted. So there's a lot of areas where AI can really help us. That is important. Quantum computing is something that's needed. We need to focus on that. But the drone strategy and drone as a service is where we're focusing on right now.
And now, Linda, something that we just talked about with Jim was the AI data center, the ZenaWorks, which was just announced as early stage for the AI data center construction. What's the roadmap for that look like for ZenaTech?
Yeah, that's a really great package solution we have under Drone as a Service that helps data center developers and those companies working on construction. They want to see all the way through a construction project. They want to be able to have 3D visualization of that particular site, and all of the as you go through the construction process. So that's a really unique solution that we've just put together for a particular AI data center company, and it's an example of one of a number of package solutions where we are putting together through Drone as a Service. And the idea is that it's going to be like a multi-month, sometimes a couple-year project. And so we want to, have that recurring revenue from that same developer or construction company that wants to have that all the way through the process. So, it's one of many for golf courses, for instance. We have a specialized solution for land surveying and projects for golf courses. Another one for developers of residential housing developments. There's a certain set of surveys that they want done. And so, just an example of how we're packaging and further, improving the efficiency and the speed of these and automating these services.
It kind of, it's like you're creating an ecosystem of everything you would need in terms of the AI center, the quantum, the SaaS, and the DaaS as well. So that's a great strategy. And of course, the execution is what we'll continue to see as reports come out. Jim, I'll toss the last one to you. What can investors expect, whether it's in the next 6, 12, 24 months from here?
So we saw our revenue grow from $2 million in 2024. 2025, it was at 13 million almost. In 2026, with the acquisitions we have so far, if we can annualize our revenue, you're looking at 30 to 35 million. So we're growing quite fast. That doesn't include the acquisitions we've made so far this year. So we will continue to grow. So we're meeting our growth strategy. We had an 18-month growth strategy of having 25 acquisitions. We're right there. That's being completed. Now we're looking to our stage 2 development and acquisition strategy and growth strategy.
I'll add to that on the defense side too. We're a revenue generating commercial drone company with a defense upside, and what we're doing is engaging with program managers and contacts within various government agencies. We're looking for very targeted opportunities where we think our drones can really add value, like our cargo drone for carrying medical supplies in the field and then like our indoor drone our inventory management drone. It scans the barcodes and takes inventory. There's many storehouses and armories, and so we're certainly moving forward with that. So hopefully we'll be doing some press releases around the demos and the trials that we're going to be doing on that side of things, and leading to those contracts, long-term contracts.
Well, that only means we get to hang out and talk a little bit more down the line when those press releases do come out. Well, I appreciate both of y'all's time. Thank you so much for letting us know what exactly is going on behind the ticker with ZenaTech.
Thanks for having us. It's been a delight talking with you.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Pleasure's all mine. And thank you, folks, for watching at home. Again, the company name is ZenaTech. Ticker on the NASDAQ is ZENA. Thank you for watching Beyond the Ticker.